Well, there's a new report out this morning. This is serious, claiming one of Mexico's deadliest and most notorious cartel syndicates is using specialized technology, essentially drones that can drop bombs, to attack police and rival cartels. Cartel members speaking to the Daily Beast say what started with the Jalisco New Generation Cartel weaponizing these drones has now evolved into a gang of elite drone operators. That could be scary. Luis Chaparro, the journalist and producer for the Daily Beast, authoring that report here with me live. Luis, thank you for being with us. You know, cartels have increasingly been using advancements and innovation. I mean, from social media to recruit new members, to using military weapons that even the military in Mexico or the police don't have, to these drones. So what is it about these particular weapons that's taking them to the next level?
First of all, thank you for having me. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, cartels have been getting more sophisticated with the years. They've been using technology to their own benefit. And this is just the most recent demonstration of how they use technology. I mean, the bombing through commercial drones, which is, I think it is important to note that the drones they're using are commercially available drones that you can buy at any retail, mostly manufactured in China, but bought through U.S. retails and then smuggled back into Mexico. And they're weaponizing these drones by adding some sort of makeshift explosives and ardent schnarple to it, like nails or like different kind of stuff to make more damage. And I think what it is showing this report, the importance of this report that I did for the Daily Beast, is that they have now a specialized unit in explosive drones.
It's fascinating to me that you have such a close look at what they're doing. You're talking to people with this inside information. How in the world did you conduct your interviews? And are you concerned at all that the cartel would know that you are publicizing this information?
Most of this report I did on a recent trip to Michoacán. It's pretty difficult to get inside the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, and especially to this drone operation unit that was a rumor until just now with this report. I mean, authorities had rumors and had found the patches belonging to a sort of militarized Cartel Jalisco specialized unit. I got access very recently. It was very difficult, to be honest. It was very I mean, it was dangerous. It was scary to be inside of these guys. But at the same time, they're mostly 20, 24, 25 years old kids, you know, which is again, also scary.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I've spoken to people who've recently come here illegally into this country, crossing through Mexico from Venezuela. I mean, the average age, a young man in his 20s, mid-20s, maybe late 20s. But the cartel, you know, oftentimes is trafficking these people, trafficking these weapons, trafficking fentanyl and drugs. What is there that police, whether in Mexico or, Border Patrol here in the United States, can do to counteract these particular weapons, these drones?
I think a first approach will be to recognize that Mexico is suffering right now an armed conflict, which is most or widely unrecognized. And I guess the aid to Mexico's systemic corruption situation will add to stop that from happening, because all of these fentanyl is being manufactured in Mexico by kids that they don't have any other option. Most of these guys that are flying bombs over drones are mostly kids that don't have another option than to just join a military or pseudo-military gang inside a cartel that pays better than working at any local retail store or going to a factory to work for 12 hours to earn $30 a week.
Yeah, but the price that you pay, I remember, Luis, and you might too, I don't know if we're the same age, but we might be similar in age. But do you remember, like, over a decade ago, maybe 15 years ago, where there were these quiet news reports of kids being recruited by the cartel, maybe some as young as 13, 14 years old, who could run errands for the cartel between the U.S. and Mexico? And if they did not do the job right, if they were not successful, or if another cartel or gang encountered them, they would be chopped up in little pieces, thrown in tanks of acid. I mean, just the most horrific deaths you can think about. They're willing to risk their lives to join this cartel. What is it that the American people need to know about the cartel today as opposed to maybe the cartel from a decade or 2 decades ago?
I think it's really important to know that the cartel is absolutely different, more powerful than 10 years ago.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.